So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
Man in motion here is Jennings. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Right side, hauled in by Samuel. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down. They'll put Ayuk in motion. They'll throw again with Purdy. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Throwing again is Purdy. It's Samuel on the screen. He is in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On 1st and 10, Jackson going for it all. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Pistol formation with Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he's into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. That's into the hands of the fullback. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Purdy. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. He gets 3 inside the 20. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. A big play for the defense to get on the board. Quarterback trying to keep that play going. Instead, sees it go back the other way.
And the quarterback's doing a nice job of keeping his eyes down the field, but he doesn't sense the pressure. And I think that pressure, Mike, is what caused that errant pass. And not only does it lead to the turnover, but it leads to the pick six.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First and 10. Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Purdy now on second down. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down. The tight end going in motion to the left. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second down and 8. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's a third down and 4. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Third and short. Here's Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So now, from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. They'll look to run with McCaffrey. They're trying to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's second and goal. They'll They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Now from a yard farther back, it's 3rd and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. It's the tight end Likely in motion. A 1st down throw for Jackson. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Second down, Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Now, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. First and 10 for Purdy. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
Now the first carry for King Henry. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now a toss, running left, it's Henry. Oh, tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. On third down, here's a run by Henry. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. On second down, Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, 49ers.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Open man is Jennings. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Niners first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Purdy works out of the pistol. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
Ravens 20, 49ers 14.
Man in motion here is Jennings. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17.
And he'll take it on in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco. On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. They'll stick with him again. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now Purdy. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
3rd and short. Purdy. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, 49ers. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll put Ayuk in motion. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
He was brought down by Kyle Hamilton. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with their fullback. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Moody now for the extra point. Oh, no good. He missed it. That might be a big miss here in a one-score game in the 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Very short kick, taken past the 20. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Jackson out of the pistol. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Niners take over.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Levi Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. Reeled in by George Kittle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down throw by Purdy. On the move, past the 40. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Connection made to Isaac Guerrero. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. The 49ers looking at their first shot here inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Purdy setting up that play action. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. To throw again, it's Purdy. That's complete to Guerrero. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. On 3rd down, Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Guerrero. Gets him. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. Isaac Guerrero with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Launching deep down the right sideline. He's got it. Looks like the feet are in bounds, too. Oh, I don't believe it. That goes for 36 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by their rookie out of Florida State. State. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Play action now with Purdy. Finds his fullback. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Down by Nakobe Dean. Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Throw on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Working quickly here.
It's 4th down.
Kittle brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Offense up to the line fast.
Down by Nakobe Dean. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the
They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 8. Throw complete to Juszczyk. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell.
That's a gain of 5.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers got a long way to go and a short time to get there. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun is Purdy. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
Purdy gonna go on 4th. He's got it to his running back. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers grow their lead just before halftime. Isaac Guerrero with the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. The return starts at the 18. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the 49ers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
He has room past the 25. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
From the red zone now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He has the San Francisco touchdown. On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's got Devontae Smith. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles chop some of the lead off before the half. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Purdy. Cut along the left sideline. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down throw by Purdy. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd, Purdy. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come up 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Purdy. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing it again here. He's loaded another one up. And oh, he got it. Interception. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This is going to be a 46-yarder. And he missed it. It's no good. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On first down, Hurts. He's on the move. That's one right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And now it's second down. Hurts throwing again. Forced out to his... Oh, the football's loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. And that will not be enough for a first down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Working quickly here. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. That's Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers have it on the edge of
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Offense in the hurry up here. Play action now with Purdy. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a 49er first down.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They send a receiver in motion right. Another give to the wideout. Man, he has been busy. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Receiver gets it again. Man, they're keeping him busy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the fourth. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Keely Ringo picks it off. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. After the pick, Purdy back to the air. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. That finds Ayuk complete. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They did it! He made the interception! Darius Slay has it! And the Eagles have some new life in the 4th! Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now Hurts. On the move, headed right. He's running with it. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And it's going to be 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the 4th quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that 3rd phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
It's a pickup of 26, and it brings up a San Francisco first down. From the gun, Garindo. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
They'll go right back to Garindo. And this one does not go far. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and 4 coming up now. To throw. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run here on first down. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second and 6 coming up here. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. Third and 4 coming up now. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
So everything comes down to this from Jake Moody. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick is good. He got it. And he trails the chip shot to win them this game. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Flush to his right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. We're scoreless after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
48 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Pearsall. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Samuel. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to throw, Purdy. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. This is Samuel. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. 2nd and 7. Now Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Purdy. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Purdy will set up to throw it here. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Niners have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result. These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So that, a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you could lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Now the Niner offense is back on the field, and they're going to try for two here.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-1 conversion.
Purdy will throw for it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Purdy looking to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. And that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Purdy from the gun on third down. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Purdy on fourth down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 29 yards. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The extra point try now for Moody. And that one makes this a 19-point game. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a cost.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return. First and 10 now from the 36. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack. Not the sharpest of starts on offense here an early 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's to the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin with Purdy. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Henry 2-0-2-0.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A run here with Mixon. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
They'll run here with Mixon. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Again, it'll be Mixon. He slams it in there, and he is in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans move out on top, 14-0.
49ers,
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big-time play for the Niners. 33 yards. We are through one. 14-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. To throw on first down is Purdy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Purdy now on second down. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They'll motion over Samuel. Purdy going to give this to Garendo. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Derek Stingley.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Stroud to throw here on first down. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's second and 6. Now, Stroud. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line.
First rule of backed up offense, get the first down. The last thing you want to do, punt the ball back and give your opponent a short field. Mission accomplished. Now, can they maintain possession long enough to see if they can cap this drive off with some points?
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
That's good for
He'll go play action. Purdy. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown. 49ers. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers are on the board. It's now 14-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A good return as he takes it across the 30. On first down. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
A throw on the move is caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That is caught. What a throw. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now he'll run.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw, it's Stroud. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Houston. The kick is good. However, there is a penalty flag down. The defense might have gotten a head start. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. Now return coming from the 7. Whoa. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. They'll motion over Samuel. So Kittle comes in motion. They send the tight end in motion. So Kittle comes in motion. Throwing on first down is Purdy. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Strong. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. That one good for a dozen. A very quick first down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing again is Purdy. It's Samuel on the screen. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. So Kittle comes in motion. They'll throw again with Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Right side, hauled in by Samuel. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Play action. Here's Purdy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So the hope is your 1 3rd down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're going. Here's Purdy. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. From their own territory, what a play on 4th down. 35 yards. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Again in the air for Purdy. This one caught at the 4.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. On is Moody to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the 49ers will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. A short one taken at the 10. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. Whoa! Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. Down the sideline, past the 45. He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And he will get into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans go up by 7. 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. First and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Man in motion here is Jennings. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. On third down, it's Purdy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. It's a first down and a gain of 16. All three timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. This throw, left side, caught by Kittle. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Man in motion here is Jennings. Here's McCaffrey. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They get the conversion on 3rd and inches. They'll run here. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past. But here, you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. This one, he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one. This is 1st and 10. Here's Mixon. He'll fight forward for a short pickup to the 16. And we are set for a great finish. Timeout. 2 seconds remaining in the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And his throw here's incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connects with Kittle underneath. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. 2nd and 1. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Jackson now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. And Jackson throwing once more. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy.
Flush to his right.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And got his man complete.
And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And this is caught, Jennings. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift them around. Here's Garendo.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Isaac Garendo.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Off the play fake, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result, not one you expected when the play began.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. From the gun, Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Now Jackson. Flushed out right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Play action. Now Jackson. The 20. Fighting his way through contact. 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Purdy now to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going to try and throw.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
2nd and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Purdy.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson, flushed out right.
A short one there, caught by Likely. Finding space at the 40.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action. 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Purdy. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Throwing here, Purdy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Purdy from the gun. That is incomplete.
The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action. It's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Jackson. Flush to his right. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. This is Samuel. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Connects with Kittle underneath. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now it's 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Purdy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now Samuel. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Here's the former Raven fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Samuel. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. To throw is Purdy. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. His throw incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Purdy to throw. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Purdy to throw. That is caught. Downfield is Pearsall. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Purdy to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they know anything less than a touchdown here at this late stage is going to be no good. They were going for it all right there, but it was just too hard to adjust to that one in the air, and it winds up incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now 1st and goal. Back to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sheds off the tackle. And now